welcome to this chat view with Carol Robertson and the English sisters. Hello, Carol. Happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday. We've got you working on your birthday.
What's that?
We've got you working on your birthday.
Oh, absolutely. I haven't done my homework because I was so naughty because of my birthday, but I'm having a 17-year-old moment and I've done my nails in all different colours.
Pretty,
yeah. Thank you to
psychedelic.
Sam Brown for teaching me that trick.
Actually, that looks a bit like your NLP colour chart.
It does, yeah, all the different colours.
I've kind of anchored good feelings to each of them, so every time I look at them I'm like, woo!
Ooh, you just press a different colour and you get a different sensation.
I just use visual anchors, so I just look at it.
Wow.
It's kind of visual anchoring system. So every time so as I was painting them on, I was sort of thinking, for each one I thought of a nice memory. And then when I look at them, I just got all these lovely, rainbowy, nice memories triggered. So yeah, it's a visual anchor.
That's pretty cool, isn't it?
That's very cool. That's interesting.
That sounds like one you think, yeah, doesn't it?
Yeah. That's really interesting. You know, imagine girls painting their nails and then as they paint, thinking of something really lovely. And then every time they look at that particular nail, they're going to feel ever so good. And that's just such a simple way of doing it. Just getting the little nail varnishes out and painting.
Yeah. And you know, you've got all that time when your nails are drying.
Yeah, to let it set.
I only learnt to do my nails really recently. Sam Brown taught me. And I'd never done it before. My nails were, because I was a printmaker and doing horses and things, my nails were always filthy and disgusting. And they needed some action, so it's a new thing for me. And so at first I was really bored. I was like, but what can you do? You can't do anything for, you know.
Yeah, it wasn't creative enough for you,
And then I realised, you could do visual anchoring. I could give them all nice feelings.
Wow, that's cool. That's really cool.
Anyway, we're really excited because from the time we first talked to you and we had that first chat with you, lots of exciting things have come out and we're actually going to be working together now, which is a real honour for us, the English sisters.
That's great. And it was like for me, something really, it was like a catalyst doing that work with you, and obviously we had a bit of a chat before as well. So I feel a bit like I've been a caterpillar that was in a chrysalis. And I've come out of my chrysalis as a sort of butterfly and flying about. So it's just been amazing for me too. So I'm really excited. Lots of ideas, things I want to share. So it's really good. And then in March I go to Orlando to do my trainer's training. And she'll start doing some trainings then. So it's all just lots of things happening.
Brilliant. And you're going to Miami as well now, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm going to Miami. So, and... we will do a show from South Beach, I think.
So the website, what's it going to be called then?
It's all going to be called Bright as Light.
brightaslight.com.
brightaslight.com.
And we're going to be doing a series of videos.
Yeah.
And
that's when we stop painting our nails.
And hypnosis.
And
about feeling good. And
there's going to be, there's going to be a lot of, how would you describe it, Carol?
Well, I was thinking about this when I should have been doing my very serious homework. And I'm thinking, what's happened here, with this whole thing? And I was thinking it's a bit like when I made the colour chart and I was trying to describe visually the idea that you have to develop your senses. And then I had NLP I had NLP at the end, if we remember back to that, we look at that video.
Yeah.
And so I was thinking, this set, once I started to think, doing that chart made me think, well, what's in the NLP column? And it's a huge column, in fact. So it's like, I don't know what it's like. It's like the universe or something. It's a huge subject. Yeah. And then when I started to write down all the things that we could work on, talk about and share, it's vast. I mean, it's it's like thinking about the connections of neurons in our brains. You know, it's just this massive potential, human potential, and I think NLP really is a fantastic system for that. If we call it, I don't know whether it's a system or not, but
it can release. It's like a release, isn't it? It's like having a little valve that releases all the potential, we believe.
Yeah, it can be, or learning whatever it is that we would like to learn, or we would love to learn, or we feel we need to learn, or to create change, or to grow, or to become. Because humans are constantly evolving.
They are. We are.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
it's gonna be
2012 as well. You know, 2012, we're here now, and I do feel that there's a lot of change, there's a lot of evolving. You know, the speed of technology and everything, and our brains are you know, can function much greater than any computer so far.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's just mind blowing.
It is. Yeah.
We were watching a video yesterday about scientists, the biologists talking about morphic fields, and it was amazing about how you know, he believes that the brain is actually sort of out there, and our brain, our mind, our actual physical mind or brain is like a receptor.
Oh, that's really interesting, because I often wonder if it's a kind of like an antenna.
Yeah, that's how he explained it. It was like an antenna that was actually receiving the thoughts.
Yeah. And then, you know, because then that makes sense to me, because often artists talk about, you know, the way they move their hands when they talk about, you know, you're talking to them about their work. So you're talking to someone like Bardo Palozzi about his work, and, you know, he talks about, you know, his hand sort of shows that it came from somewhere.
Yeah.
Or he had a sense of it coming from somewhere. The hands don't move so, you know, when you're working with a client and they're maybe feeling depressed or something, and then they're talking about being happy, the hands are often moving, you know, round about here and lower down towards their belly button, or maybe in their head. But often when artists are talking about inspiration,
it's out
or
there.
writers are talking, it seems to be from out there.
Yeah, it does. That's
very
common.
He believes that we've got like a collective conscious, and that our thoughts are sort of out there. And that because he was explaining about the little blue tits when they learn how, one or two learn how to take the milk bottles, break into them.
I haven't watched it, so I am not going to.
They broke into them.
No.
And he said then the phenomenon spread, and it spread into Europe.
Oh, yeah.
And so he said, how can you explain it? So he said, if one of our species learns something, he believes that we sort of transmit it somehow, our thoughts transmit, and that it becomes part of a global kind of consciousness that other people can pick up, and other animals as well. They can tune into it.
Interesting.
And learn things a lot faster.
So there's going to be lots of interesting stuff coming up on this new website.
Yeah, it makes sense to me, because we have we call that collective unconscious or collective conscious.
Yeah.
But, you know, when scientists have an idea, you know, start researching something, and then they discover somebody else has invented it in the other side of the world. Artists often have ideas, you know, quite often, you know, I talk to artists and they've had an idea and they're trying to get it developed quick enough and keep it secret to get it into the galleries, and then they're like, oh, someone's done it in Australia.
And they wonder how that happened.
How could that happen?
Yeah. Well, that's according to this scientist, that's how it happens. He's still doing a lot of research. Wow.
And also that fits in also with the idea of the fascia, because they've only really just discovered, you know, they filmed fascia live, and you know, if we look at all the fascia in our body, you know, if you saw, you know, a diagram of just fascia without our bones and our eyes and our skin and whatever, we look kind of like a dolphin.
Really?
What is this fascia?
What is this fascia? So what is the fascia?
Fascias, you know, when you look at an anatomical drawing and they show you the muscle, and then
that's what I thought.
There's a red muscle and then white bits. And you can sort of see the part that's under the skin. Well, what the artist has done is they've sort of taken off the idea of the skin and then the layer of fascia, and drawn just the muscle. So we tend to sort of not think about it. And when we look at it in meat or something, you know, when you're cooking a steak, all the white bits that go through it, that's fascia, all the white stuff round the outside. The very strong stuff that's really hard to cut, that's fascia. And so those are the kind of curse of surgeons and people, because it's difficult to cut and difficult to deal with. And then just very, very recently, it was filmed. Live fascia was filmed during an operation. And they've discovered that it's incredible. It's all moving. So it's like, I've never seen anything really like it. It's like almost looking like it's like if you were out in the countryside and you looked at 6 different kinds of trees on the horizon. And you sort of thought to yourself, oh, well, that one's a pine tree and that one's an oak tree at the other end. And then as you continue to look at it, you suddenly realise that the one you thought was a pine tree turned into the oak tree. And then you sort of think, well, that can't be right. And then you look to the other end. And it's all just changing. So when you see that, you realise that we are actually changing all the time. Every millisecond we're changing. And they don't really know what it's doing. And they didn't realise it had a blood supply, and they didn't really realise it had a lubricant. Is that the dog?
That's a dog. Teddy's got something.
Who's that?
Teddy, come here. I think he should be called Thumper.
I think
He's like the little bunny rabbit.
No, he's got a little thing on his little fur. Something's caught onto him from outside, I think.
What has he got?
There you go.
Off you go, Teddy. Go on.
Go on.
Gosh, he's like a little... Off you go. Go on.
He's like
There
a
he
little
is.
rabbit.
Yeah, he's gone off.
Good. So we've got loads of things to do.
And it's going to be very friendly and nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sort of chatty and easygoing, so it'll be very easy to understand for everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I love it if we get lots of feedback and
Yeah, feedback.
Yeah, we would love that.
Love
Yeah.
feedback, don't we?
if there's anything anybody wants us to talk about, maybe they'll tell us and we can think about it.
That would be great. Yeah.
That'd be good,
That would
wouldn't
be excellent. Yeah, we would love
So
that.
Okay then, we're going to leave you there.
Yeah.
In lovely Scotland.
Yeah.
And from Rome. It's snowing there, isn't it?
it's very sort of beautiful and sunny and frosty, and I'm going to go and be a birthday girl, I think.
Ooh.
Sounds luxurious.
Okay then,